Censorship is hard to fight because you're always fighting against the power, people who have political power, military power. My name is Salvi Pascual, and I am the founder of Apretaste. I am from Havana. My mom's from Havana. My dad's family is from Santiago de Cuba. Information is not a thing that you find a lot in Havana. So we have a state-run media, and I remember growing up, we had 2 channels, and it was really hard to get to any news that are outside from the government censorship, from the government. It's definitely important in societies that are closed, like Cuba, that people have a different point of view, and people can listen to different ideas. I think that helps you grow tremendously, right? The idea that everybody has a voice and everybody can share their opinions, and all opinions have to be taken into account. Internet in Cuba is definitely politicized. Now it's a little bit more flexible, slightly bit more flexible, but when I was growing up in Cuba, we just did not have internet. Just few people who were like directly connected into the government had it. And when I went to university, some universities had internet access, but it was real little. I had like 10 megs, and they had to last me for the whole month. And people who are growing right now in Cuba, so they want to be part of the 21st century. You know, they want to have news, obviously. They also want to have access to cultural stuff. So they want to know what happened with the Kardashians, or, you know, what the latest trends, or what the latest fashions. So, I mean, it is important to make people feel that they're part of the world, that they're collaborating, they're sharing. And the government said no, they don't have, there is not a political will to bring in like open access to information in the island. If you want to use the internet in Cuba, the only way to get it is through the government. You gotta buy it to the government. People like are fond of examples like, oh, this website is blocked, right? This other like project was canceled. Those are like clear examples of censorship, but you're not only counting that when you have to pay 10% of your monthly income just to access internet, right? That is a way of censoring as well. So in Cuba, people usually make like the average salary in Cuba is like $30 American per month. You can buy 600 megs of data access, so you have internet access on your phone, and it costs you $7 USD. So if you gotta pay 7 out of 30 American dollars, you know, you make just to get access, you know, just to have 600 megs of access, ain't really affordable. I mean, I did not sit in a room one day and decided to create Apretaste. It happened fairly organically. So I have friends, when I came to the US, I have friends who asked me, hey, can you find this for me on the internet and send it back to me? And eventually, you know, that happened fairly often. So I decided that can be automated. So that was like 4 years ago, we had the email services. And so people send an email, automatically looking for the answer and send the email back. I remember we get to 3,000 people in a month, which was amazing. I did not expect that at all. And then I realized, wow, I mean, there is a lot of potential in here. And then the Cuban government started blocking our emails. So started blocking by domain names, so we just rotated domain names, and then started blocking by IPs, so we rotated IPs. And then the last thing they did, they started blocking by keywords. So they say every email you send to Cuba saying Apretaste, you know, it wouldn't be received. So we created the app, which is the one that is used the most in Cuba. And the way the app worked, basically you install an app from the Play Store, and then let's say you want to search, again, Wikipedia, right? So you type in the Wikipedia icon, and then you type what you want to search, and that sent an email to our server, and that email was compressed and encrypted, so the government wouldn't know what is being sent and received. So we got that email, and then we sent another email, and the application was opening and showed the results on the screen. So that way, you know, we get to block all the censorship by keywords, and the app spread fantastically. Right now we have 250,000 people like using the application. I don't think the government likes what we're doing. They're putting as much friction as possible. for people to get access to uncensored information because they know they're going to lose political power. I don't feel safe going back to my country with such a shame, right? Because you always want to go back to your roots. You always, have friends and family. That it's really, truly a shame that you don't feel safety when you're visiting them. I got detained. They hold me for like about 4 months. It was not a nice experience, and you don't know what's gonna happen with your life. You don't know how long it will last. You don't know it will be for months or for years. They can make up any evidence they want. They can make up any accusations they want. So you feel that you're truly at their mercy, and you had no representation, and you really feel powerless. Well, internet is the largest and most important library of the world, right? So what would you say if you never had access to the library? I created a non-profit organization because I want people who want to donate to our cause to make sure that we're going to use the money solely to our mission. The main goals of Apretaste is definitely connecting people who are isolated in Cuba and giving them access to the internet at a price that they can afford so they can navigate the web more openly and free of censorship. Little by little, things are going to change. You just have to keep doing it. Don't get discouraged. Apretaste will always challenge censorship in Cuba.